Classic Ultimate, my submod for Ordonian Nephilim's mod Hyrule Total War. It's based on the December 2014 release, and it's the classic version of Hyrule Total War, meaning it has the old models, not the new ones from 4.6 that Ordonian Nephilim started to add in 2015. Okay, so as you can see, the expanded or text file can be edited when and it will still work with saved games. So I changed the name from Disciples of Majora to Avatars of Majora, or Avatar of Majora, for the Priests of Majora agents. So and I loaded the save game and it worked. So now the Disciples of Majora are named Avatar of Majora instead. I'm gonna update the mod with fixes. I fixed a bunch of naming issues for the heroes. So instead of having names like unlocalized number 1 or whatever, it will say Princess Zelda 3, Princess Zelda 2, etc. for heroes. So we have fixed the names, and we have fixed certain agent names. We have made the morale better for the Lysselfoss troops. They won't route as easily. They have got an increased morale. They were too sucky. They routed it, and they had a lot of troops left. And also, I believe that I changed some stuff for some units. The steam tank of Labyrinth is faster. It was too slow previously. And I believe that the Grenadiers of the Labyrinth regime are no longer as fast as the Solnarses of the Forces of the Twilight. So both of those units are Grenadiers. The Grenadiers of Labyrinth, they throw grenades, and the Solnarses, they throw like magic bombs, magic projectiles, but they work the same. But unlike the normal Hylians or Ronians of Labyrinth, I believe that the Twilight forces are much faster when they run. And previously I had just copied their stats for the Labyrinthian Grenadiers. They were just as fast, which wasn't realistic. So they have been made to lose the fast speed. So they run as fast as normal humans now, while the Solnarses of the Twilight faction are still way faster than normal humans. Okay. Humans in this game, Highlands, Horonians, etc., they are pretty much elves. They have elven ears, but I call them humans. Anyway, I can say Highlands. I believe that the Horonians, the Labyrinthians, and the Highlands, they are all the same type of let's say humanoid. Okay, so we know that the expanded file can be edited, and we can still play saved games, which is good news. We can modify that file and saved games will still work. Same is true for the traits file, I believe, but not for the strat model files. If I change them, I believe that the game won't be able to load. Okay, so the previous episode was only at 10 minutes because I was so tired at speaking, if I have been awake for too long, my ability to speak in English is affected very negatively. So you can see that the River Sora are laying siege on Olnach. I am a Swedish guy, adopted to Sweden from Brazil in 1990, so English is my second language. That means that when I'm tired, I have a much worse vocabulary for English words than when I am not tired. I am not as tired now as I have slept. The clock is about 16:05 Swedish time, so I need to eat dinner in an hour or so. We'll play an episode, so I do shorter episodes in mods for Medieval 2 now, due to the Bandicam recorder being used instead of NVIDIA Shadowplay recorder. The benefit of using Bandicam is that I can pause the recording and I can also upload the file immediately after I end the game. I don't need to process the video. It takes twice the time it took to play the video. So if I play for 1 hour, it takes 2 hours to process it. If I play for 3 hours, it takes 6 hours to process it. And I can skip that by using Bandicam, but the problem with Bandicam is that if the game CTD or crash the desktop, then I will lose the final 3 to 5 minutes of the video. That's why I've started to end every episode at the end of each video. So if the game CTD at the end of the video, I won't lose anything. And then I can just how to win the battle later when I restart it. I still suggest people to play the same battle twice at least, because usually the game won't crash the second time, but I believe with the exception of one Lizalfos General and one area of the Gorons next to the Sora. But besides those 2 areas, I believe you can play it the second time and it won't crash. But if I'm too lazy to play it again, like now when I'm recording, then I just how to win it if I had already won it. And if I lost it, I will just how to resolve it and hope for the best. Okay, so the Twilight faction under Midna had entered an alliance with Suna, but I don't know if it works. If the AI is controlling them, so we'll take control of the Twilight faction again until the Suna has joined them, because when the Suna join a faction, then that faction will get the Suna areas, the Suna heroes. They have one unique hero for the Master Warday, the Harsh. Then they have a bunch of units too that the faction they join will get. They assimilate into a faction after 10 turns. I don't remember exactly when they joined the Twilight faction, but probably a few turns ago. But 10 turns after they have entered an alliance with a player faction, they will join it. It should work for AI too, but I'm not sure it does. So I want to control the Twilight faction until the Suna has joined them, because that will give Twilight faction this area of Faladorf, Gerudo area, held by the Undead Stalfos at the beginning of the game, now conquered by the Suna. And then it will give them this area, Eloch as well, a Suna area originally, where they have troops. And then they have another area, Suna used the capital, and probably could have taken more. So by them assimilating into the Midna faction, Midna will get a stronger presence on the map in Hyrule. They are too weak with just one area. So my hope is that with the addition of some new settlements, they will do a better job fighting the AI. Okay, we will move our agents. So this agent, Spy, should move towards the Darknut lands, I think. We'll move here. Then we'll move down to the Darknut areas. That blocked. Okay. And we had another spy over here. We'll move it back this way. We have a Goron merchant. Oh, a fairy general. There you'll call. Look like on the portrait now. The bodyguard consists of human manifest. Not the best bodyguard, but it's a ranged bodyguard. I like this model. Spent a lot of time fixing it. It's almost perfect. It has a little bug between the legs here, but almost not visible. It was way worse in the past. I couldn't do better. Okay, the battle model still needs to be fixed, but that's more difficult. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that model. Look great. Strategy, I want to play that faction too at some point. They have completely new agents and other stuff. Might even make their assassin first before playing them, as that one wasn't done, because I thought I might not have room for others. But I think I will do it to complete the faction. They will have the I believe phantoms, arm or whatever, as assassins. They fit very well. As assassins, they are very fast. Okay, so the fairies have an area here where they have their Sense of Charm character. Okay. Lysselfos armies outside of the Stalfos area here. Oh boy. It's a deep scrub area, but the Stalfos started there. It was held by the Stalfos at the start. Here we have the Deku capital. It's still held by them. I thought it would be held by the Huskus remnants. Sometimes it's taken by the Huskus. We have the Deku scrubs in their capital. That's good news. I like when they hold their own territory, but they still haven't retaken Ubalvi from the undead. Here we have a bunch of old floor masters, hands of dead hand, I believe. We have undead fallen skull kids, so fallen Kokiri, and we have undead Deku scrubs too. Stalfos would be fun to play, despite their new strat models not working as intended. Could only make like dead hand work, and maybe Lord Agahnim, maybe they don't even work. Now there are some problems with their models. They have a lot of new gameplay and such. They are a new faction in the mod. Would be fun to play as them. The one faction at a time. I am also playing 3 other factions in the older version of Hyrule Total War. They will restart the Majora and Gerudo campaigns because I want to use the new strat models. The Ordonian campaign, we have come too far in it. I believe I'm at turn 79 or something. And I've taken half the map, so I don't really want to restart it, but I will continue it at some point. Or I might actually try to restart it, but I will use out-of-win cheats to reconquer all the areas I've already taken and to defend, and then defeat all the factions I've already defeated and try to start the same turn with the same situation. But the problem is this game that the AI makes different moves every time you start a new campaign. So if I restart it, the enemies will do completely different moves. So it won't be entirely the same. I did that for Hyrule once. I had a Kingdom of Hyrule campaign in 2019 that I played between, I believe, June 2019 and November 2019. Then I remade that campaign, I believe, 2 times during 2020. Then I updated the mod again, so everything was for nothing. And then I didn't bother doing it again. I was on turn 89, I believe, or 91. So we have a Hyrule campaign as well, but I didn't want to restart it until this mod was finished. I still have 10 factions where I need to add new strat models, strat generals. I'm willing to play this campaign, the Sheikah campaign, and the Labruna campaign, older versions. But I might try to update the Labruna into the new version, this version. But it would be more worth it to first finish all the factions and just finish this campaign, play Labruna on the old version. But finishing the strat models will take some time, as they are numerous. Okay. It will look much better, the mod, when they are done. Then I have converted the battle models into strat models. Oh, we have new armies outside of Kakariko, and a Hylian General Sidian here too. Can move. I want more armies in the areas of... we don't care about Sora relations. I need more armies at the areas of the Deku Scrubs and the Labrinians and such. Don't care if the relations are abysmal. Sora. Move one unit over here. Keep an eye on that area. Okay. Here another General Sorrow. Alright, let's just end the turn. Map, and we lack the areas of Labrina, Sand, and Oocca, and the Dex Scrubs. We need to go there. Ordona Province wants trade rights and map information with the forces of the Twilight. We will accept. Get the deer faction, I believe, or maybe we'll keep the Twilight interface because we started the game, I believe it's them. At one point, Kingdom of Hyrule wants trade rights. We'll accept that too. We wanted that with the Midna faction. So we want the Midna faction to be a bit stronger. The map. We want them to get the soon areas. Sheikah wants map information. We can't accept. We need to do something ourselves. We'll add some money and make a counter offer. We're back at controlling the Midna faction. Send some troops. Hyrule. For their armies in Hyrule. We have the portal, we have an army, the capital, another army over here. There, they don't have much left. Seem to have been in battle. Turn these troops. So we have one army, the rest have been defeated. 1566 men. Okay. Yeah, the army with mostly Twilight troops being crushed. We have a bunch of generals. This is like an army in itself. You have a General Epicoron to attack. Oh, perfect. Have it. Yeah, they're very strong enough to resolve. Could have used another area. Strong in battle as well, but not as strong. We'll destroy the Darknut buildings. Get some money. Shadow building is needed. Area there. So the army. Don't like that the generals count as better than Midna herself. Could probably move one of the generals towards Tantari. probably leave Midna and her army there. Do this general as well. We want to control Midna in third person, so we can't have the other generals there. Una is best used to conquer areas, meaning one of these will take over Tantari and the other one will take over another settlement that Una conquers. We will leave Midna and her army in Arbiter grounds. They will do better. Soon they will get more troops, 2 more troops next turn, and then they will get even more. They couldn't ally Sheikah because they are allied to the Kingdom of Hyrule and the Suna. The Suna would be no problem, but they need to break the alliance with the Kana faction for us to be able to ally them. As for agents, can't get any agents here. You get spies, priests and merchants. If you want diplomats, they need this building for a diplomat. Let's go for it. Okay. Let's just end the turn. Okay, we'll accept. We can't accept for some reason. We will just decline. Won't change the stance. Declared Gorons against the Sora. Okay. Thought the Sora would declare war, but the Gorons did it. Means the Goron armies have moved down into the Sora lands. Here we have some troops. We have 4 units versus their 2. We don't want to attack. Yeah, they are attacking here. You can see that it's a generic general. Sora's domain. He will aid in the attack. We have General Bandogoro here, an army. We will aid the attack. This unit of truth bearers, it's an elite unit. One unit outside their capital too. They have General Banonuto and fort of an army. Okay. So I think we will attack. We'll control the least powerful force. Can't attack with that army. We'll attack with this one. Fled. These guys can't move. Can attack with this. 3 men. We will have to resolve that one. Battles are not very stable, so I don't want to waste time on smaller battles. We can't move anymore this time. As far as I can see, we have 12 units here, so 13 units. The big force. I wasn't gonna form an entire army. I was just going to send enough troops there to be able to spread them out, help allies. We ended up needing to help our Goron ally here. Should be able to handle that. Sora. We'll move this guy. This area. We have another Sora area, led by Sheikah's general. Their capital, main prime. Mover agent. Fair capital. We have this Saya there. She counts as a general on her own. Mean an army on her own. It's time to reveal the areas of Huron and Lebrina. A Huron diplomat outside of the Deki capital. Old Hylian diplomat. Okay. Deki didn't attack that area. Dubalway. Not yet at least. Okay. River Sora, they moved in their generals here again. Oh, we have a Majora army here. It's just the normal army. Red model, pretty cool, pretty big. Okay. To move the other spy. This way. We reveal Gerudo area, split the Spirit Temple, Dwarf, the Nabor starts. It's still held by the Gerudo. It has become a vassal of the Kingdom of Hyrule together with the Goma. They bent the knee to the Princess of Hyrule. Despite the Goma having all their areas and the Hylian area, they are pretty strong and still they bent the knee. They have a general of Sheikah. Hylian army. Okay. Two additional units of Twilight faction has spawned. Moblin army is moving here. Not much is happening. This front. Sheikah Cadre have taken a lot of areas. They've taken the entire Farron Woods area. And they hold their own territory except the Forest Temple. They need to take the Forest Temple from the Huskus. And I believe they've taken the capital from the Huskus. So they need to take the Forest Temple back, and then it's just a matter of defeating the Huskus in Torongo Deku area. Okay. I think we will end the turn. It's your turn. 45 now, soon 46. I want to play until turn 91 before I start the battle stance where we can start recruit troops and such. We will play the shadow stance until turn 91. The reason is because that's when Princess Zelda 3 spawns together with General Kazak and General Akazo. That's the right period when Lord Agahnim the Saint would betray Hyrule. He won't change the stance until then. Diplomatic information. The following factions are now at war with each other. Sheikah and Sora and the Gorons are sure. Yeah. Because the Gorons declared war on Sora. And we are allied to the Gorons, so then we declared war on them as well. Okay. Kingdom of Hyrule is the strongest faction in the game, has the strongest military. And the Oocca has the best financial situation, the Sora has the best production and the largest population. They have taken over production from the Kira, I believe. Or from someone else. Okay, we are on the Twilight turn again. We move some troops to the Twilight portal. We need reinforcements. I'm not gonna play the Twilight faction forever. They will continue to play as them for a while. The Darknuts have moved. They don't think they can attack regions here. We will see. Okay. Generals entered into Tantari. Another general is here. General Ganterian. Ganteron, actually. We'll easily take that area. Let them have it. We'll destroy every Darknut building there. I don't regard it as cheating to use them in Outer Sol like this, because the AI has similar units and they do the same all the time. But if you want to defeat the giants easily, you need to play real-time battles. They are immortal against infantry and against melee cavalry, but they can be killed by siege engines, by crossbowmen, by archers, and by mages. They should be able to be killed by javeliners too, but the javeliners are too sucky if controlled by the AI to actually fire the javelins. That's why it usually won't work. You need to use arrows or such, but even with crossbowmen or archers, you still need to fire a lot of them to kill them, because they have a lot of health points, hit points they can take before dying. Okay, we have taken some areas, village, a large town. One general will move after. Okay, so we have 3 areas now in Hyrule. When I get the Suna areas, they will get more. Get their capital, Sunajus, and they will get this area that they conquered, Haladorf, Garud area, and they will get the second Suna area, Parpa. So there are 2 Suna areas, and then they conquered 1 area. Okay. If they conquer any other area, they will also get that area. Okay. Kill 2 of the Darknut generals, but here they only had 2 units. Not much of a victory in terms of armies. Here we killed about 5 or so, 6 units maybe. The same settlement as their capital is used everywhere in the Darknut areas. It's pretty cool. Custom settlement. Looks like the strat model. Okay. As for the diplomats, still haven't constructed it. We need to wait 1 turn. Okay. We need to build the building. Sora, I have decided out, we'll out-resolve, we can't fight that, it will crash. And it's this dark, and when the strength ratio is like 10,000 whatever, it will crash if you try to play it in real time. It only happens when an ally is attacked or such. So you can see the Gorons won the battle. When the Goro took the area of Hyrule, you didn't have to fight the battle in real time. can now move down to this area and await the Gorons. He will certainly strike here too. Here we have King Farkus of the Sora, their king, and some elite troops. We'll also strike here, I'm pretty sure. Move this unit a little bit further into the area so the ally can come here and help siege this area. Expect the Gorons to arrive. We have one unit here. If they attack the capital of the Sora, so the Sora have 3 areas. We might have an area here too. We move over there. Should we move the entire force there? Turn report, the Oocca are back at having the best financial situation, the Kokiri have the best production. Yeah, really the Sora took it from the Kokiri and now the Kokiri have taken it back. We'll move to the Huronians. Oh, Huron has been taken by the Sora's domain. They hold Huron's capital too. We have 2 units inside. Outside we have a lot of Sora priestesses. Huron priestesses. We have Ruto, Sage of Water outside, or Princess Ruto. Have upgraded their names. They no longer have bugged names. The description says Ruto, Sage of Water, and on the map it says Princess Ruto. We have their princess here, the unique model. Yeah, it would be nice to have every single hero in the game will have a unique model when it's finished. Sora are really cool as well. Could be fun playing as them, but they have no new units. They have new strat models. They have no new units. They were one of the unchanged factions in the game. Go down here. See that they also hold this area, so they have 5 areas. They help the Gorons conquer their main 3 areas. They still have 2 areas down here. This game, by the way, the factions won't die when the leaders are destroyed. If they lose all their areas, they will die, but not until they have not until 10 turns after they've lost the last area, which gives the AI or player some time to try and take back areas. Okay, we have another area here. Actually, it looks like the Sora's domain have gone and taken an area down here too, wholly from the Hurons, from the Huronians. So they have more than 6 areas. They have conquered all of Huron. They were stronger than I thought. I will move this character too. We have a Gerudo healer and then the source. Okay. Just end the turn. Sora moving some troops, same with the Kokiri. Sora is taken down in the Huronian Lebian lands. It's been a while since the Huronians did anything. The Darknuts are attacking now. Attacking Una, we will just about to resolve that one. Unius. Birthday. No change of stance. Of turn report. The Gorons have the largest population now instead of the Sora, I believe. Or instead of the Sora. Settlement besiege. Unius, Darknut Legion. Construction report. Twilight infantry recruited. Alliance announced the Suna and Ordona Province. Move some troops to the portal. need here is a diplomat. Spy, diplomat, we need both of that. Need both of them. Go for a priest too. And then we'll take a look at Hyrule. Do want Midna to have the best possible troops. We'll move the infantry to the area of Tantari. This guy could crash. We move it over here instead. We have a full-sized army now led by Queen Midna. We have some troops in Tantari. Okay, and this general has reached Unius. Kill off these guys. We have another area. Troops. Take it to. Decided to take it instead of the area down here because this area had their leader. I don't want to kill him in other result. Okay. The Darknut Legion is the strongest faction in the game. They would have. And against the Twilight, they have better infantry. Most factions are infantry based. Now with the increased number of settlements, Twilight faction could hold their own. But of course, need more troops in these areas. This area will easily fall if besieged. Move this unit up there. End the turn. Faction until the Suna joins them. Training complete. We won't change stance. We have received some new troops. They're still allied. Good. Relations improved. Kiri outstanding. Diplomatic information. The following factions have declared that they are allies. The Aronians and the Dick tribes. Dick scrubs. This mod is they are called the Dick tribes. And in the later mod they are called the Dick scrubs. Suna have declared that they are allied with Ordona Province and the Hyronians with the Dick tribes, but the Hyronians have lost both their starting areas, so that's not much of an ally anymore. Kingdom of Hyrule now has the largest population in the game, in the world. Okay. Move our spy. Start with moving over here. We have a Gerudo area, they still hold it. Move up here. Remove the black blob there. Some Darknut Legion diplomats here, female Darknuts. Troops. They experienced some lag now on the map for some reason. No idea why. I think we will save the game in case we will get some unforeseen crash or something. There was some lag. know what happened. I believe the frame rate dropped. Maybe I started to lose space in my hard drive or something. Could be. Had about 40 gigabyte free space. So it could be that. These troops could move down. Need one unit to move down here, inside of their area of Sandcrab Cove that they took from Rebel Wildlife, I believe. And the rest, I think, should move towards Huron. We'll aid here if our ally ever goes here. I'm excited to see what they hold. They've probably taken the area down here. Yes, they've taken this area from the Huronians. They have General Balkus here of the Sora. There are 3 Huronian areas. This area and their capital, and then the graveyard held by the undead at the start. Okay. Let's move into the Subrosian lands and see if they hold that area too. Yeah, they are holding this area as well. They have General Valotau taken an area from the Subrosians. Maybe they've taken more than one area. We'll check that. The Sora are stronger than I thought. Have more areas the east than I had expected them to have. Have their own little empire there. You won't attack them unless our ally will help. We'll place one unit in each settlement at least. Okay. End the turn. Take very smaller size compared to when I fight about 5 gigabyte in size. If I play the same amount of time in battle, it'll take about 22 or something gigabyte, 20 gigabyte or something. So the battles demand way more than the map. Okay, the Fairies of Tormund trade rights with the Twilight faction and on money, we can accept that. Because the Midna faction is the good Twilight faction. No reason for them not to have trade rights. End of turn report. Okay. No stance change. Construction report. Led a Tenir in Arbiter Grounds and in Unalan. Shadow Bloats in Usu. And in the Palace of Twilight we have a diplomat and a spy and a priest. Good. Don't need any of the agents there. Move them to Hyrule. Paladin faction have declared that they are allies to Ronians and the Darknut tribes and the Ordona Province and the Church of Majora. Have new troops. They needed to move some troops. Unayus. Right. Darkness might take back some areas. They have strong armies here. They're moving their leader too. They also need new strat models for generals. Okay, we'll end the turn. No stance change. Turn report. Same as before. Diplomatic information. Baronians and the Husky's remnants are allies. The Majora Province and the Church Majora made a truce. Okay. Can move our spy to the Darknut areas. Another Darknut territory here. Teon, their capital. Antian. Okay. Spy could move up here. So I thought Stora's domain have taken Solin as well. So they've taken both of the Subrosian areas in Hyrule. There is an entrance to their homeland, Subrosia, here somewhere. We have a fairy merchant here too, mad mystic merchant, and a Subrosia faction. A spy unit to the outskirts of Huron. In case our allies will go there. Or another one towards Olli. There the Sora had a huge army. So Ruto is next to our force. Move a unit towards Xolin. Another one towards, towards Xibo, and the other one towards Xolin. We are way ahead of the Goron armies. Hope they will invade. We have troops in their areas too, in case they are ever invaded. We do not have one at the fire temple. We will need to move on there. Move one back. And I could move something down here. The deck areas. Then we can move some troops towards the Labyrinths. We originally intended to do. We have a general of the Subrosians here. General Velosa with the 4th army. I believe they are at war with the Sora. Yeah, they are at war with Sora. They could be an ally. They are currently neutral to us. Okay, got some new troops at the capital, Kakariko. Could move them. We can move down these troops. Over River Sora General. Zakros. Okay, I think we're done. I believe most of the AI factions can't see our troops, that's why we can hide beneath the areas. Stalfos might be able to spot us. They attacked at one point. The Darknut Legion wants a ceasefire. Yeah, it's fine. The Twilight faction. stance change. End of turn report. No change. Faction announcements. Construction report. Some new troops. Really good troops actually. Dramatic information. Nothing new. We will move the new troops towards the portal. Or into the portal if we can. Okay. Darknut seem to be about to attack. Here too. But we are neutral now. We let them betray us. So we did send agents into the portal last time. Don't know what happened to my agents. Priests and merchants seem to have disappeared. Very weird. Probably because we didn't have an army there. If we need to send them with an army, we'll recruit a new spy, a new diplomat, and a new priest. Okay, let's end the turn. Okay, let's not change the stance. The turn report, nothing new. Hostilities ceased, Darknut Legion and the forces of the Twilight under Queen Midna. Relations improved, Gyarados perfect. Relations improved, Goron's outstanding. Okay, we'll move this force. Side effect Solen. We have 3 Sora units. Move them. Side effect Sibo. Have the general there, Valuto, and the mage unit. Sora have large forces. Here they have General Balkus. They moved out most of their army. Maybe they think they need it in their homelands. We will move over here. We have Molos of the Subrosians. Okay. Move this force this way. Want that unit at the fire temple. And this unit could move down to the black areas of the map. We have a Salfos area here, bigger ruins. We need the unit there. We'll move them there. We'll move this force to the forest. Soon I have a huge army here under Master Warday the Horse. They will suddenly be very useful to the Twilight faction. Here we have another Darknut Legion area. Okay, let's just end the turn. We are at turn of the soon. Yeah, the Sora's domain, or the Sora, they were way stronger than I had thought they would be. I thought they would be small, like their campaigns. Here they were huge. Goddesses of Hyrule lands of Hyrule. Moblins want an alliance, trade rights, and map information. With the Midna faction. Well, let's... don't really want them to be allied with the Moblins. But... they are allied to the Aghanims. Gerudo, Darknut, Riversora. Okay. Kind of wanted them to be allied to the good factions, but not really possible here. We'll decline. No stance change. Turn report. Okay, nothing new. Lanayur Province has been destroyed. Faction has destroyed the Lanayur Province. They had 3 areas. They lost Gresho to the Oocca, and then they had the other areas, Pinnacle Cove, and I believe Rutoval, and their capital, Hyrule. I need to check who destroyed them. Move troops to the portal. Move all the agents there. Move a general there. So I think that was the reason it didn't work. Maybe we need a general there too. Okay, and then Hyrule. Move Anisaki, Twilight infantry to the area of Tantaré. Move in this Twilight armors unit into the area of Arbeiter grounds. Okay, let's end the turn. Trade rights, yeah, map information. The Gerudo have all those areas. Training complete, we got new troops at Kakariko. Won't change the stance, still deceased Hyronians and Sora. And the Hyrule Province has been destroyed. I suspect it's the Gorons that destroy them, or the Goma. We'll have to check the map. We always do that. Ah, it's the Oocca actually. The Oocca have decided to go down and take all the areas from the Lanayur Province. So they have been nerfed compared to in earlier versions of the mod, but they are still strong. Now they've conquered the Lanayur Province, having a border with Goma, one of their enemies in the campaign that they need to destroy to win. They also border the Kingdom of Hyrule and the Gorons, allies to the Oocca. There is nothing preventing them from betraying them. They also have troops on this border. So the Oocca have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas in the campaign now. I think they will take Motlus from the Fairies soon. Maybe even Huron. Shit, the Huronians have revolted in the capital of Huron and gotten their capital back. They are neutral to us. Okay. Now we know who defeated them. We don't want to look at the rest of the map, but as far as we can see on this minimap here, Sand faction is holding the Labrina capital and some other areas. We won't take a look at the actual area until we have sent a spy there. The Subrosians have taken an area too. But Labrina still has 3 areas. Oocca have their island, and then we have a rebel area here with the Crown Ridge columns. Okay. There are 2 areas in control by the Sands faction. Okay. So the Majora Province was destroyed by the Oocca. They are really dangerous actually. So we have Ronians revolting here. Interesting. They are not allies. They are not enemies. They are neutral. We have a Twilight merchant and a Libranian merchant. Move down here. We have Noon. Held by the Subrosians, so they are not entirely defeated in them on the Hyrule mainland. If they are ever defeated here, they won't be able to move troops from Subrosia. Only the player can do that. If the AI manage to enter Subrosia, they won't be able to do much there. They don't know how to handle the troops there very well. Okay, we'll move the spy over here. Roche is a neutral area. They took that area probably from Rebel Oocca. The Labrinians hadn't taken it yet, I assume. Because the forces of the Twilight under Sand spawned very fast in this campaign. Goron allies with huge armies about to invade. Hyrule is here. Here we have the king of the Sora and a huge army. Sora could probably take this area from the Subrosians pretty easily. Let's move this spy too. Here we have another area. The Midna area. Alright. End the turn. Oh, a battle, finally, against the Ordonians. Darknut Legion has decided to invade Larusl, held by the Ordona Province of the Kingdom of Hyrule. We have a unit there since ages ago. We are about to fight the Darknut Legion under Captain Ervekron in 240 Darknuts, including Doomknockers, Mighties, Dishonored, and Suna Crossbowmen Mercenaries. Then they have Captain Vandaton, 112 men Darknuts, including Oocca Hunter Mercenaries, Suna Crossbowmen Mercenaries, Initiates, Oocca Knights, Dishonored, Doomknockers, and Adepts. Our ally, Captain Aurelian, has 798 men, including a unit of war wagons, a really good unit, throwing like bottles that explodes, a mounted grenadier unit pretty much, and Ordona Goat Riders. They are pretty much they're melee cavalry, very numerous, the best cavalry in the game, but they are not the heavy cavalry. They have a heavy cavalry too. And they have rangers, the best rangers in the game. I believe that the Gyarados might have better rangers when I think about it. The second best rangers, Ordonian farmers, basically militia of the faction, and Hawklocks. Okay, so we have a 1-1 situation to our favor. We have one unit here. We'll save the game here. We probably want to fight this battle. Darknuts are very strong in Outer Resolve, so we do not want to risk that. I think we will fight this battle and then end the episode. Didn't crash. Okay, so this is Larusl using the same settlement model as the capital of the Ordona Province, Ordona. It's used for all their cities. So we start somewhere outside. Can just start the game. We'll enter here. Our captain and a unit of Sheikah assassins, an elite infantry unit. We have our ally inside the settlement. We'll hurry there with our troops. Enemies outside. We have doom knockers, heavy infantry. Mighties. Same unit that is their captain, I believe. But the captain has a slightly different model, making it unique. Had a unique ram. Tried with the Suna and the Gyarados. They won't need it here. There are no walls. And no gate. More troops over here. Oocca Knights, Mercenaries, Oocca Hunters, Mercenaries, Suna Crossbowmen Mercenaries, and they're Dishonored, Heavy Infantry, Doom Knockers, Heavy Infantry, Darknut version of the Flail Knights, and then they have their captain here. He's a mighty unit. Okay. We have the Ordonian army inside of Larusl. Defending, including farmers, walk flocks, goat riders, and the war wagons, their best unit in this army, and one of the best units in their roster too. Nothing can stand against the explosive bottles, and they are fast too. It's like a mounted Grenadier unit, which is very powerful. Our unit is moving towards the city. We'll fast forward. March. Takes forever otherwise. Wonder if the enemy will actually attack or if they will just stand outside. We'll see. That's the only way we could lose, if the enemy won't actually charge. Soon the troops will enter the city at least. It's been a while since anyone attacked the Ordonian areas. Surprised the Moblins didn't do it. The Darknuts are always very strong, so in the late game. So it helps that we took some areas from them with Una, the Twilight faction. Give them a defensive chance. I believe the only faction stronger than the Darknuts are the Oocca and the Judge Majora. They are the strongest out of the ordinary factions. Can even defeat the Oocca sometimes. And Majora. Okay, we are in the settlement now. Darknuts have unveiled their entire army. Doom knockers. Suna crossbowmen. Mighties. More doom knockers. Their captain. Their doom knocker bodyguard. They are not moving. bad news. I might have to exit, but they are still moving. One of their armies will wait until it has reached the rest of the army. Maybe they will then turn towards the city. We'll see. They are really slow, the Darknuts, most of their units. All the mainline units of the Darknuts except their cavalry. Really slow. Right, hopefully they will move. Otherwise we have no choice but to suicide our unit and then exit. If they charge, we would have a defensive chance. Certainly their infantry is better than ours, but the war wagons would kill their infantry in one shot with the bottles. One of their units will die. Just one bottle. One explosive bottle. Some of the troops are still moving. Still moving troops. This faction has the best infantry in the game. They're heavy infantry. They are the ones attacking, so they should be able to charge the city. We'll see. Maybe they bug out because they are so slow. Now they have united both their armies into one single front. We can't control the Ordonian army, that's why I need them to charge the city. You can only move out the Sheikah assassins, so they will be easily killed. Balance of forces is evenly matched. 0% have died on both sides. Yeah, I don't think they will attack. That sucks. And we will attack the Sheikah assassins. Sometimes battles can bug out like this. If I restarted it could be fixed and it could happen again. I don't want to bother. I will exit and then we will see it as a defeat. Can't be helped. Bugs out like this. It's probably because they started behind the area. There is like a few entrances to the settlement. They started in the wrong area. Sometimes they can just move around it, but they decided to just stand there instead. They united both armies, and then they decided to just stand here. Obviously, we will attack these guys. Oh, they started to move finally. Move away from the army. Now they moved back, so we'll initiate battle. Even if we have our elite assassins in this fight, they certainly will lose. The Darknuts are more numerous and have better units. Okay. Back. Ah, we broke. Too bad. After defeat. Well, we fought well. There's the captain. Killed 1%, they killed 4%. They have the numerical advantage in this battle. They've defeated my force. Sheikah. The mistake clicking on retreat. They would have killed more otherwise. Hopefully they will charge the settlement now and just not get stuck here. If they get stuck, I will exit the battle and see this is a defeat. Or I might actually auto-resolve it, load the save game and auto-resolve it. If they move all the way to the settlement, then we will of course watch the battle unfold between our allied Ordona Province and the Darknut Legion enemy. Okay. To be moving further this time. They could move back at any time, unfortunately. If I put speed on, maybe they will just bug out. Don't like their starting position. Chances are they will just go back again. Hey, I can have trouble sometimes. They seem to be moving further this time. Good. Might be just pursuing the Sheikah troops now. We have some fast troops in the form of Toki hunters and the Oocca knights and the crossbowmen. They are moving back now, not good. Fuck, they moved back. It's hopeless. We will end the battle. Draw.